Somebody recently sent me this Bachmann 166 to fit with DCC and sound. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to make a video showing how to convert some of these older DMUs. It applies to the 166 but also the 158, which is a really common model from the early 2000s. Start by turning the model upside down and take out the two screws which hold on the body. There's also a few clips to release which you can just release by getting your fingernail in between the body and the chassis. Disconnect the 2-pin plug which connects the existing lights. Try not to damage the plug because you're going to use this later. Prise the small lighting circuit board away from the chassis and disconnect the red and black wires which connect to the pickups. The contacts which were used for the pickups need to be soldered together. Solder a small length of wire between the two. These are the contacts at the opposite end of the circuit board to the plug. Next you need a suitable DCC decoder. Any 8-pin decoder should do the job. In this case I used a Train-O-Matic one because it's something that I had in stock. This is the dummy end of the model, so I didn't need the wires for the motor, so those were cut off the decoder to make the install a little bit neater. I also removed the green and purple wires which wouldn't be needed either for this job. The white, yellow and blue wires all need to be soldered onto the small PCB. You might want to pause the video at this point so that you can copy what I've done whilst you're doing your own model. The next job is to connect the red and black pickup wires from the decoder to the red and black pickup wires on the model. These just need to be soldered directly to the wires and then insulate the joints with some heat shrink. At this point you can refit the circuit board. Use a small amount of super glue to hold it in place. The decoder can then be stuck to the back wall of the cab. I use some thick double-sided tape which is meant for automotive use. Don't use black tack because if the decoder gets hot it'll melt. You could also use foam pads or those sticky dots, the kind of things that you'd get at a pound shop. Here's what it looked like just before I refit the body. Everything's nice and low down and nice and neat. Reconnect the 2-pin plug, making sure that red goes to red and black goes to black. Refit the body and put the 2 screws back in. I turn my attention to the motorised coach. You remove the body in exactly the same way with 2 screws and some clips to release. The motor is usually covered with some black insulation tape, so you can remove this and get rid of it. I also removed the 2 orange capacitors because these are not needed for DCC and the model runs better without them. Unsolder the red and black wires which connect to the motor. At this point there's a few different steps which you might need to take. It depends whether you're doing a 3-car model or a 2-car 158 like the one in the picture. If you are doing a 2-car model, you're going to have a lighting circuit board at the end of this coach. You can repeat the first step of the video to connect the lights, but reverse the white and yellow wires so that the lights work in the opposite direction. Don't cut the grey and orange wires off the decoder either, as you're going to need them to control the motor. I'm going to continue with this model, which is a 3-car, so in this case I don't need the lighting wires again, but I'm not going to cut them off this decoder. I'm just going to wrap them up and tape them to the top of it. This is a Lockdown 5 decoder, but if you don't want sound, you can use any DCC decoder. Something like the Train-O-Matic which I used in the ends would be absolutely fine. Only 4 wires are needed for this middle motorised coach. The red and black for the pickups, and the grey and orange for the motor. Once again, you can use heat shrink to insulate the joints on any wires that you have to connect. Connect the red wire to the red wire that came off the motor, and the black wire to the black wire that came off the motor. If you're doing a 2-car model, this is another area where it differs slightly. For the pickup wires, you'd connect these at the end of the coach where the lighting circuit board is, just like the one in the dummy end in the first step of the video. Remember that both bogies have pickups, so both sets of pickups need to be connected to the red and black from the decoder. If you're using the 2 wires which originally went to the motor like I am, these are already connected to both sets of pickups. You then need to connect the orange and grey motor wires. The orange wire goes to the side with the red wires, and the grey wire goes to the side with the black wires. In a 3-car model, you can position the decoder on top of the motor, and either stick it down with double-sided tape or hold it down with Kapton or insulation tape. The windows are tinted on these models anyway, so you're not going to be able to see it. If you're doing a 2-car model, your decoder is going to be at the end near the lighting board, so you'd want to position the decoder somewhere at that end, usually against the cab wall or in that area, just like in the dummy car. As this is a sound decoder, the 2 brown speaker wires need to be connected to the speaker. I'm using a 20x40 tablet speaker because it gives a nice clear sound and it's also nice and loud. The motors in these models are a bit louder than newer models, so using a loudspeaker is a benefit here to help overcome the noise of the motor. Heat shrink's used again over the joints. Once you've made the connection, you just slide the heat shrink to the area where you've joined the wires and then heat it with the side of your soldering iron. This shrinks it into place and it won't move then. You'll have a nice secure connection which is well insulated. In this case, I positioned the speaker facing downwards and it's held with 4 blobs of black tack onto the tops of the seats. This is a perfect place to put it because it's near an opening for the bogie. Refit the body and the 2 screws which hold it in place. If you are doing a 3-car model, you need to repeat the same process as in step 1 of this video. There's no point me showing you again in any great detail because it's exactly the same. Just remember that the white and yellow lighting wires need to be swapped around compared to the other end. This is so that the lights work in the opposite direction. You might want to pause the video again whilst you copy the wiring. By this point anyway, you'll probably already have a pretty good idea what you're doing because you'll have already done the other 2 coaches. Whilst you watch me fit this decoder, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like below, or even a comment, which helps me know that people are interested in this type of content. If you don't already subscribe to this YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it if you do. You can also hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Now that it's all back together, it's time to test it. You should be able to run your model on DCC and you'll have control of the lights using function 0. When you're setting the address on these on your DCC system, it's best to put all the coaches on the track at the same time. A lot of DCC systems won't program a dummy unit on its own.